From the Tom Cruise Institute for Good Mental Health, this is Kurt Berglund with Pine Tar Baseball Negro League's Great Teams Tournament action. We are in round one, and it's a doozy. The first game of this series had the 1928 St. Louis Stars at the 1924 Kansas City Monarchs, and it was a 1-0 thriller that came down to the very last pitch, as you might imagine a 1-0 thriller would. Today, we're at game two, and this is an elimination game because the Stars won game one, and this is a best-of-3 series, so the Monarchs must win. It's an interesting series because these two teams are loaded with wonderful, incredible, awesome Negro Leagues talent. These teams are also different in the sense that the Stars are built very largely on offense, and the Monarchs had it all going on. They had a little bit of everything. They had pitching, they had offense, they certainly had good defense as well. The winner of this series goes on to play the 1935 Pittsburgh Crawfords, which is a thankless task, and the Crawfords, of course, are on the short list of the very, very best teams in Negro League's history. But I would argue that the 1924 Kansas City Monarchs and the 1928 St. Louis Stars are on a very short list of the best teams in history as well. So whoever wins is going to have their hands full, but so are the Crawfords. Going to be tough in the next round. This is best of three, and if the Monarchs lose, it's all over for them. It's the Stars moving on. Home team today is the Stars, and the pitchers are Logan Eggy Hensley, or Slap Hensley, as he was sometimes known. He is an A pitcher at home with no strikeout or walk modifiers, and he is going to be opposed by the manager for the 1924 Kansas City Monarchs. His name was Jose Mendez, and I selected Mendez to get this start because in the 1924 World Series, when the Monarchs were fighting for their lives and needed to win the World Series, Mendez, although he did not pitch a lot during the regular season and certainly only started 2 league games, he picked his own number to start and won the World Series game against the Chicago American Giants to win the series. So he could have picked somebody else, but he picked himself, and he came through. This is a must-win for the 24 Monarchs. I'm saying Jose Mendez in this series would do the same thing. And so he is going for the Kansas City Monarchs. He is a B pitcher on the road, as they will be. And he has strikeout modifiers 55 through 60 and 77. So he was definitely a strikeout pitcher. Interestingly about Mendez also is he had a wonderful career at other positions. He was quite a shortstop in his own right. So we are ready to get started. We'll do lineups right now. All right, for the 1924 Kansas City Monarchs in their must-win game, W. Moore will lead off at shortstop. Newdown will bat second at second base. Oscar Heavy Johnson, certainly a heavy bat in the order, bats third and plays left field. Hurley McNair, maybe their MVP, bats fourth in right field. Newt Joseph bats fifth at third base. Lemuel Hawkins bats sixth at first base. And Dink Mothel, kind of a jack of all trades, bats seventh in center field. Frank Duncan bats eighth and does the catching. And Jose Mendez will do the pitching. He is a B pitcher. Third time through the order, drops to a D and has those strikeout modifiers I was talking about. He can give you 5 innings or more if he's doing well. So we'll see how that turns out. For the homestanding 1928 St. Louis Stars, Cool Papa Bell leads off in center field. Branch Russell bats second right field. Willie Wells bats third at shortstop, maybe their MVP. Mule Suttles, another good choice for their MVP with the 704 slugging percentage, bats fourth at first base. Dewey Creasy bats fifth at third base. Wilson Frog Reedus bats sixth in left field. John Henry Russell bats seventh at second base. Henry Williams bats eighth and does the catching. And Logan Eggy Hensley bats ninth and will do the pitching. Both of these pitchers could hit and may be a factor that way in this game as well. So we'll see how that works out. Hensley is on the mound and he is ready to go. We are ready for Pine Tar Baseball, available at ttlbaseballgame.com, and you can pick up the game for free right now, and a Negro League team and some other free teams by going there and looking at the free to try tab. All right, so here we go. You can download whatever you want, PDFs right now. Dobie Moore stands in against Hensley, and the pitch to him, hey, strikes him out, and we're underway. In the top of the first, the Monarchs have one man out. Hensley off to a good start. We did not say that Hensley is an A at home, but he is, and he's even maintains the A three times through the order. He can give you 7 innings or more if he's doing well. Newt Allen stands in, 269 for the second baseman. This is an error check, so we got to re-roll. Hits it in the air. Who's going to take it? 29 is second baseman. That's Russell. Sorry, it's Russell. And he makes the play. He makes the catch on the pop out. So there's 2 gone in the first inning, and now Oscar Heavy Johnson. 2 outs and nobody aboard. Hensley's pitch is a line drive, base hit center field. Johnson with a single, and Cool Papa Bell collects it and throws it back in, and there's a man aboard with 2 outs for Hurley McNair. Himself with a .511 slugging average. This one is grounded to Suttles. Mule is going to take it to first himself, and that will retire the Monarchs in the first inning. There's no score in Kansas City. Now, we'll see how the Mendez gambit turns out. Cool Papa Bell, Branch Russell, Willie Wells leading off for the Stars in the bottom of the first. Pitch from Mendez. Hey, struck him out on the strikeout modifier. Cool Papa Bell is gone in the first inning. Branch Russell, 299 against league competition. This is driven, and it's going to get over Mothel's head. It's going to bounce off the wall. Russell is going to have himself a double, and there's a man in scoring position for St. Louis with 1 man out in the bottom of the first. Willie Wells could do it all. This guy was amazing. Line drive, error check off Wells. This is to first base. That's Hawkins, and he boots it. It's off his glove. We got a first and third situation now. A 1-base error on the first baseman for the Monarchs gives the Stars a first and third in the bottom of the first with 1 out for the man you want up in the situation if you're a St. Louis fan. Mule Suttles, big time power. Mendez in a jam in the first inning. Jose to the belt, the pitch. The infield is at normal depth. Base hit right field, it's down the line. Hurley McNair's going to have to dig it out in the corner. He does it, and he's getting the ball back in. Throw goes to Newt Allen. Branch Russell scores from third. It's 1-0. Here comes Willie Wells. They can send him, and they're gonna. It's right field, so that is McNair. Hurley's arm is average. Throws to Allen. It's a 1-10, and they got him at the plate. They do not get him at the plate. It's a 2-run double for Mule Suttles as Russell scores from third and Willie Wells scores all the way from first base. It's 2-0 Stars in the bottom of the first in a game the Monarchs have to win. Dewey Creasy stands in. Suttles at second. There's one man out. Mendez to the belt. The pitch to Dewey. Ground ball third, gloved by Joseph. He's going to throw to Hawkins, and there's two men out. Suttles holds at second. And now it's Reedus. Getting through this lineup is very difficult. Mendez to the belt. The pitch to Reedus. This is driven. This is going to get over Johnson's head, and it's going to be trouble. Johnson's having trouble with it in left field, and Reedus gets to third base, sliding with a triple. And RBI as Suttles scores from second. It's 3-0. St. Louis, and Mendez is motioning for the bullpen to get ready. Cliff Bell and William Bell are throwing in the bullpen now for the Monarchs. 3-0 St. Louis. There's two outs. John Henry Russell at the plate. The pitch from Mendez. We got a range check. Get to the kitchen. It's a range check. Ground ball short. That's taken by Dobie Moore. He gloves it and throws to Hawkins at first for the third out. Nice play by Moore to save another run, but it's 3-0 Stars as we go to the second inning. The Mendez gambit may not be working. Hensley back out for the St. Louis, and it'll be Joseph, Hawkins, and Mothel for the Kansas City Monarchs in the top of the second. Pitch to Newt. Base hit. They're coming right back. The thing about the Stars, he takes Hensley the other way. It's a single. The St. Louis Stars have all kinds of offense. What they don't have is all kinds of defense, so that you can catch up on them. Hawkins with Joseph at first base. Hensley to the belt. The pitch to Lemuel. Base hit. Right field. He goes the other way as well. Looks like they got a plan. Joseph is going to go all the way to third base. It's Monarchs at the corners with nobody out for Mothel. First and third, Hensley to the belt. Infield at double play depth. The pitch. Hey, struck him out. That's strikeout number 2 for Hensley. One man gone in the first. Now it's Frank Duncan with Mendez on deck. Pitch to Frank. Hit in the air to center. Cool Papa Bell is under it. And we know Papa didn't have much of a throwing arm. Joseph is tagging. And there he goes. And he will be safe on a 59 as a sacrifice fly for Frank Duncan. And the Monarchs are on the board. It's now 3-1. Mendez at the plate. He can hit like a position player, as his card would indicate to you. Hawkins still at first. There's two men out. Hensley to the belt. The pitch to Mendez. Hey, he struck him out. Strikeout number 3 for Hensley. The Monarchs get on the board but settle for just one on 2 hits, and they leave one. So after 1.5 innings, it's 3-1 St. Louis. Now Mendez has to right the ship here. In the second inning, it'll be Williams, Hensley, and Cool Papa Bell at the top of the order for St. Louis. The pitch to Williams is grounded to Moore at shortstop. He gloves it and throws to Hawkins, and there's one gone. Now it's Hensley, who can also hit a little bit. Mendez winds and delivers. This is a strikeout. On the modifier, second strikeout for Mendez, and now Bell at the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Pitch to Papa. This is a base hit to left field. He goes the other way, and he's aboard. And, of course, cool Papa Bell can cause some trouble on the bases. Frank Duncan is the catcher for the Monarchs today. He is a -13, so Bell will have a gun to run against. Branch Russell at the plate. Mendez to the belt. He checks Bell. The pitch home. There he goes. And the throw down to Allen is not in time. Cool Papa Bell steals second base, and he's in scoring position for Russell, who's behind in the count 0-1. Mendez in a jam again. The pitch to Russell. Hit in the air to center. This is Dink Mothel, who's not going to have a problem, and that will retire the side in the second. We've played 2, and it's 2-0 St. Louis. It's 3-1 St. Louis Stars over the 1924 Kansas City Monarchs in a game the Monarchs have to win. Dobie Moore, Newt Allen, and Oscar Johnson coming to the plate in the third for the 24 Monarchs. Pitch from Hensley is grounded to first, gloved by Suttles. He's going to flip to Hensley covering the bag for the first out of the third inning. 1 gone. Now it's Newt Allen, 0 for 1 on the day for Newt. He takes outside. The breaking pitch is ball 4, and he's aboard, and he can run. Let's check that catcher. For the St. Louis Stars, it's Henry Flick Williams, who's a +4. That's tempting. Newt Allen at the plate. Oscar Johnson. See what Allen's rating is. He's a B. The +4 makes him a 68. Johnson up 1 for 1. Hensley to the belt. The pitch to Oscar. And this is a base hit to right field. He goes the other way as well. Allen stops at second as Branch Russell gets the throw in quickly. So the Monarchs have 2 on with 1 out. And now it's Hurley McNair. McNair is 0 for 1. He's their cleanup batter. 349 on the season. Hensley to the belt. The pitch. And it's an error check. McNair hits it hard as he usually did. It's popped up. Wind blowing. And it's going to drop. It's off Wells' glove, and it's going to be an error on the Stars shortstop. And the bases will be loaded. The bases are dripping with Monarchs with 1 man out for Newt Joseph, who can tie the game with a base hit. Monarchs with a big chance here to get even. Joseph singled in the second and scored the only run for the Monarchs so far. Pitch to Newt is hit to left. Reedus is under it, doesn't have a great arm. Allen is tagging at third. He's a speed demon, and he will score on the sacrifice fly. So Allen comes home, and it's 3-2 St. Louis as the Monarchs are coming back on him. Lemuel Hawkins is up now. The first baseman for Kansas City is 1 for 1. And there's 2 men out. Johnson's at second. McNair is at first. And that tying run is in scoring position. If Hawkins can come through, the pitch from Hensley. Hey, struck him out. That's strikeout number 4. And that retires the Monarchs in the third. They settle for 1 on 1 hit and leave 2. The run is unearned, but it still counts. It's 3-2 as we go to the bottom of the third. Mendez coming back out. He will get the meat of the St. Louis order in the bottom of the third. It's Wells, Suttles, and Creasy. Wells looking to make up for that error he made just last inning that led to the run. Line drive, base hit, left field. Wells pulls this one right over shortstop Dobie Moore's head, and it's into left for a single. He can run, of course. Suttles at the plate. Mendez to the belts. Mule doubled and drove in 2 in the first. Popped up a mile in the air with a 40-ounce bat. This one is drifting. 45 is third base. That's Newt Joseph. And Newt drops the ball. He drops the ball. That's going to be an E5, the second of the game for the Monarchs. And the Stars have 2 on. You can't give this Stars offense extra outs. There's 2 on with nobody out for Dewey Creasy. Double play depth for the infield. He could be bunting. The pitch, he's not bunting. The pitch is hit in the air to center on the modifier. Hit in the air to center. This is Dink Mothel, and he will make the catch for out number 1. Now it's Reedus. Man hitting 6th in the order for the Stars with a .663 slugging mark. Mendez to the belt. The pitch. Hit to center. Mothel again. Back a few steps, but he does have room, and that's 2 gone. And now John Henry Russell. Wells at second. Suttles at first. The pitch. Base hit, Russell. This is trouble down the left field line. Johnson going to go get it out of the corner. This will score Wells. Suttles, not fast, so stops at third, and it's 4-2 St. Louis Stars. We had a slugfest going in St. Louis. Second and third for Henry Williams with Hensley on deck. Tempting to walk him, and they're gonna put Henry Williams on and load the bases with first base open. They're gonna put him on and load the bases for the pitcher Hensley. Cool Papa Bell is on deck. There's 2 men out. Suttles is at third. Russell is at second, and Williams is at first. The pitch from Mendez. Hey, strikes out Hensley. That's number 3 for Mendez, and the strategy works. But the Stars add another run on 2 hits, and the run is unearned, but it still counts. It's 4-2 after 3. St. Louis in the lead in a game Kansas City's got to have. Mothel, Duncan, and Mendez, the bottom third of the order for the Monarchs, are up in the 4th. The pitch to Dink. That one goes to the screen, but no harm because nobody's on. The pitch. We got a range check. Grounded to Wells. It's in the hole. Willie stops the ball, gets the throw in the air. Subtle stretches. They get him at first base. There's 1 gone in the 4th. Willie Wells flashing the leather. Frank Duncan comes up now, the catcher. He hit a sacrifice fly back in the 2nd. It's 4-2 St. Louis. The pitch. Ground ball second. That's John Henry Russell. He's going to throw to Suttles for 2 gone. And now Jose Mendez. The pitch to him is looper. Base hit left field. It drops in for a single for Mendez. He's aboard with 2 men out. There's now a man on with 2 outs for Dobie Moore. .545 slugging average for Dobie. He's 0 for 2 in this game and overdue in the series. Hensley to the belt. The pitch. Chopper. High in the air. It's off Hensley's glove. Everybody's going to be safe on the infield hit. Mendez moves to second base. There's 2 on. Now with 2 outs and Newt Allen at the plate. 4-2 Stars. Hensley to the belt. The pitch to Allen. Hey, struck him out with his 5th strikeout of the game. That ends the 4th for the Monarchs. We've played 3.5. It's 4-2 St. Louis. Top of the order for St. Louis coming up in the bottom of the 4th. It's Bell, Branch Russell, and Willie Wells coming up against Mendez. This is hit to center. Dink Mothel coming in a few steps and will make the catch for out number 1. Branch Russell. 1 for 2 on the day. He doubled and scored in the first. This is hit to right, but not deep. Hurley McNair coming on, and he will make the catch for 2 gone. And now Willie Wells. Willie 1 for 2, scored twice. The pitch. Range check. Boy, defenses are getting exposed in this one. If you can't play defense, this is to Newt Allen. Newt Allen gloves it and fires to Hawkins for the out, and Mendez has his first 1-2-3 inning against this powerful Stars offense. We have played 4. It's 4-2 St. Louis. In the top of the 5th, it'll be the meat of the Kansas City order. Johnson, McNeil, and Joseph against Hensley. 2 for 2 for Oscar. Fly ball center field, high but not deep. Cool Papa Bell is there for out number 1. Hurley McNair, 0 for 2. Reached on an error in the 3rd but did not score. The pitch by Hensley. Ground ball. John Henry Russell. He gloves it and throws to Suttles. There's 2 gone. And now Newt Joseph. 363. 5th place hitter. Hit in the air to right. This will drive Branch Russell back, but he does have room. And that will retire the side. We are halfway through this one, and the Monarchs are down by 2. It's St. Louis 4, Kansas City 2. For the Stars, in the bottom of the 5th, it's Suttles, Creasy, and Reedus. We are the 3rd time through the order, so Mendez is a D pitcher, trying to get one more inning out of him. Popped in the air. This is Newt Joseph, who will... Yes, Newt Joseph will make the play, and that is 1 gone in the 5th. Playing with fire with a D pitching now, but they're trying to get as many innings out of the starter as they can. Jose Mendez doesn't want to go to the bullpen, and I'm sure he'd love to bat one more time. The pitch hit to left. Oscar Johnson will make the grab, and there's 2 gone. Mendez has retired 6 in a row. Reedus, 1 for 2 with a triple and a ribby. This is grounded to 3rd. That's Newt Joseph. He's going to throw to Hawkins, and that will retire the St. Louis Stars 1-2-3 again in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the 6th. It's 4-2 St. Louis. Hawkins, Mothel, and Duncan up for Kansas City. And if anybody gets on, it's going to be Jose Mendez in the 6th inning. Pitch to Hawkins. Hey, struck him out. That's strikeout number 6 for Hensley. 1 gone, and now Mothel. Getting to be nervous time in that Monarchs dugout. They know they need this. And that's a hanger to Mothel. It's a base hit into center field. Cool Papa Bell's going to gather it and throw it back in. And Mothel is on with a single. Now they could send him. Duncan is definitely a double play target. Flick Williams didn't have much of an arm. He's at a +4. Mothel is an 89, so he's a 93. So we'll see if they send him. Hensley to the belt. They're down by 2 runs. Hensley to the belt. The pitch to Duncan. There goes Mothel. The throw down to John Henry Williams is not in time. And Mothel steals second base and gets himself into scoring position for Duncan. Constant pressure. That's the theme of the Negro League's ball game, and that's what the Monarchs are doing. Duncan is 0 for 1. He does have a sacrifice fly to his credit. Mendez is standing in the on-deck circle. The pitch from Hensley. Hit to center. Cool Papa Bell under it. And Mothel will hold as Bell makes the catch. Now it's Mendez coming up. 1 for 2. Mothel working on his lead. Hensley the pitch. Ground ball third. Gloved by Creasy. He's going to throw to Suttles, and that will retire the Monarchs in the 6th. They have a chance, but let it go by. We're going to have a new pitcher for Kansas City, as that will do it for Mendez. It's going to be Cliff Bell. Bell is a right-hander. He is an A pitcher on the road. He can give you 2 innings, so that's what Mendez is going to ask him to do. In the bottom of the 6th, bottom third of the St. Louis order will be John Henry Russell, Flick Williams, and Eggy Hensley. Bell's pitch. Got a range check. This is hit to left. Johnson on the run. Johnson not much with the glove. It drops in. It's a base hit. Russell has his second hit. Not much of a threat to steal. Williams at the plate. Bell to the belt. The pitch to Williams. He squares to bunt. He gets it down. It's bunted at Hawkins. He turns and flips to Newt Allen covering first, and that will move Russell to second base now for Hensley, with a chance to drive in their 5th run. Bell to the belt. The pitch. Hit in the air to center. This is Mothel. He will make the catch. Russell is tagging, or is he? There he goes. And he advances to third base with 2 outs. Constant pressure applied by the Stars. Even with all their power, they're putting pressure on Kansas City to make all the plays. They have another run 90 feet away, and they're up by 2 for Cool Papa Bell. He's facing Cliff Bell. The pitch. And that's trouble for Bell. Way back to center field. Mothel on the run. It's gone. It's now a 6-2 game. Papa Bell has left the building, and so has Elvis. It's 6-2 St. Louis in the bottom of the 6th off Cliff Bell. Yikes. St. Louis putting it to him. Cool Papa Bell flashing the muscle. Branch Russell 1 for 3 against Cliff Bell. Ground ball short, that's Dobie Moore. He's going to throw to Hawkins, and that'll retire St. Louis in the bottom of the 6th. But they add 2 on 2 hits, and it's 6-2 St. Louis in a game the Monarchs have to win. Top of the order, Dobie Moore, Newt Allen, and Oscar Johnson against Hensley, who now just needs to throw strikes. 1 for 3 for Moore. We're in the top of the 7th. The pitch to Dobie. Hit to left, but not too deep. Frog Reedus will make the catch, and there's one down. Newt Allen stands in. Newt is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Pitch to him is a looper, right field, base hit over John Henry Russell's glove. Newt Allen's on first base. Johnson at the plate. 2 for 3 for Oscar. Running game pretty much shut down now. Down 4 runs with 3 innings to play. Hensley to the belt. The pitch. Ground ball third. Creasy gloves it. Goes to Russell for 1. Relay to Suttles. Not in time. Johnson beats the rap at first base. He's on with the fielder's choice. Newt Allen retired at second. Hurley McNair comes up now. Hurley 0 for 3. Overdue. The pitch. Hit to center. Cool Papa Bell is going to go back a few steps, but he's got room, and that retires the Monarchs in the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 6-2 Stars. Cliff Bell on for his second inning of work, and it'll be the meat of the order. Willie Wells, Mule Suttles, Dewey Creasy. Willie 1 for 3. The pitch. Base hit center field. Mothel gloves it and gets it back in, but Wells is aboard. One more run and it might be time to walk the dog. Mule Suttles at the plate. Bell to the belt. The pitch to Mule. Driven. Base hit left field. Wells was on the run. He's going to go all the way to third base. And there's Stars at the corners now with nobody out in the 7th. William Bell starts throwing again for Kansas City. He is joined by Yellow Horse Morris as it's double-barreled action now in the Kansas City bullpen. Dewey Creasy at the plate. The Kansas City infield will play in. Bell to the belt. The pitch to Dewey. Hey, struck him out. That's Bell's first. And there's one man gone and a big time for it. Reedus now up. They're going to play back for 2. 1 for 3 for Wilson. The pitch. Hit to left. Left field. Oscar Johnson is going to make the catch. Willie Wells is tagging. Here comes the throw. Not in time. Wells scores on the sacrifice fly. 7-2 St. Louis. And Suttles still at first base. John Henry Russell at the plate. Bell on the ropes. No, that's going to be it. Here comes Mendez. Bell is going to be gone, and they're bringing on a new pitcher. It's going to be William Bell, a C pitcher. In the bottom of the 7th. Russell at the plate. Suttles at first. 2 men out. Bell is a C pitcher on the road. No strikeout or walk modifiers. The pitch. We got a range check. This is hit to third. That's Newt Joseph. He gloves it and throws to Newt Allen covering second to retire the side. But the Stars score one more on 2 hits. They leave 1. It's 7-2 St. Louis as we go to the 8th. Hensley back out. 6 outs away from advancing to play the 35 Crawfords. Newt Joseph, Lemuel Hawkins, and Dink Moffel will be up for Kansas City this inning. The pitch, ground ball, John Henry Russell. He's going to throw to Suttles, and that's 1 gone in the 8th. Hawkins up. 1 for 3. Pitch from Hensley. Ground ball, Russell. He throws to Suttles. 2 gone. 4 in a row now for Hensley. And Dink Mothel. Ground ball, Willie Wells. He gathers it and throws to Suttles. And they're 3 outs away. 7-2 St. Louis. Going to the bottom of the 8th, William Bell. Back on the mound. Williams, Hensley, and Cool Papa Bell in the 8th. Checking, see, this is another thing. Not a deep bullpen for St. Louis because of that short outfield fence situation in St. Louis. Not a lot of pitching depth, but they don't need it if they're pumping out 7 runs a game. Henry Flick Williams is 0 for 1. He has bunted. He has been walked intentionally. The pitch from Bell is a base hit for Williams up the middle. Dink Mothel will gather it and throw it back in, and there's 1 on in the 8th. Hensley comes to the plate. The pitch to him. He squares. He gets it down. This goes to Hawkins. He flips to Allen. And the sacrifice works as Williams moves up to second base. With 1 man out, it's Papa Bell. Top of the order. Big home run in the 6th. Might have put this away. 2 for 4 with a stolen base and a 2-run dawn. Big day for Cool Papa Bell. This is hit in the air. Pop up. Who wants it? Right field. Here comes McNair and Hurley. It drops off his glove. That'll be an error on McNair, and Williams stops at third. Williams stops at third, did not think that was going to drop, and so there's Stars at first and third with 1 man out for Branch Russell. 1 for 4. Bell to the belt. The infield is in. The pitch home. Here comes the runner. He squares. He gets it down. Gloved by Joseph. His only play is to Hawkins. The squeeze works even though the infield was in. Branch Russell drives home the 8th run of the game for the St. Louis Stars. It's 8-2. Cool Papa Bell standing at second base and Willie Wells at the plate. William Bell, hands on his hips on the mound. Willie Wells, 2 for 4 on the day. He has scored 3 runs. The pitch from William Bell. Ground ball, Newt Allen. He's going to throw to Hawkins, and that will retire the Stars, but they add another run. In the 8th, on 1 hit, they leave 1. It's now St. Louis 8, Kansas City Monarchs from 1924, 2, and on the brink of extinction in this tournament. Hensley, 3 outs away from saying bye-bye to Kansas City, one of the great teams of all time. Okay. So it'll be Duncan, Bell, and Moore scheduled for Kansas City. Duncan 0 for 2. Hensley's pitch. Hit in the air to center. Cool Papa Bell charging and makes the catch for out number 1 in the 9th. William Bell, the pitcher, is due. George Sweat is going to pinch hit for him. Backup outfielder for the 24 Monarchs. Sweat hit .268 on the season. The pitch from Hensley. drilled to left center and deep. This is going to be off the wall. Sweat around first. Bell having trouble with it in center field. And Sweat will reach third, sliding with a triple. And the Monarchs are not dead yet. George Sweat with a triple with one out. And now Dobie Moore. St. Louis wants this game. They're going to get the bullpen going. It's Luther McDonald warming up in the bullpen for the Stars. Moore at the plate. The pitch from Hensley is a ground ball, Willie Wells. He charges and throws to Suttles. The run will score, but that is fine with the Stars. They will trade a run for an out at this point. So now it's Newt Allen. And that's going to be it for Hensley. They're going to go to McDonald. With 2 outs in the ninth. It's 8-3, St. Louis. But Hensley has done enough. And McDonald is on. He is a B pitcher with no strikeout or walk modifiers. Heavy action in the 28th season. 21 starts, 12 relief appearances in league play. Allen at the plate. 2 outs, nobody aboard. It's 8-3. Hit in the air to left. This is Wilson Reedus. When it comes down, the Stars will advance to the second round, and they do. St. Louis moving on by a score of 8-3 over the 24 Monarchs. Let's give you the totals for the 1928 victorious St. Louis Stars. 8 runs. 11 hits. And they committed one error. Winning pitchers Hensley. He is 1-0 in the tournament. For the vanquished and swept 1924 Kansas City Monarchs, 3 runs, 8 hits, and they committed 3 ghastly errors, all of which led to runs. Losing pitcher Jose Mendez, 0-1 in the tournament. The St. Louis Stars have advanced, and they now go on to play the 1935 Pittsburgh Crawfords. So this is what their part of the bracket looks like. The Stars beat the Monarchs and move on. They now play the Crawfords in round 2. Our next game on the channel for the tournament will be the 42 Monarchs playing the 1910 Chicago Lelands. The winner of that game goes on to play the 1925 Chicago American Giants. Now, in game 1, the Monarchs struggled but defeated the Lelands 3-1. So it's an elimination game for Chicago, as the 42 Monarchs are up in the series 1-0 in a best of 3. So we're making progress in the tournament. We're going to have one game go to a third game. We know one series go to a third game. It'll be the 17 Giants against the 33 Giants. But we don't know, this one might go 3 as well. So we'll see how that works out. I want to thank you so much for joining me in this journey through Negro League great teams using Pine Tar Baseball. My name's Kurt Berglund. We got to stick together, people. I hope you have a great day. So long, everybody.